Thank you for joining us for Turn the Page with Paige. I'm your host, Paige Holsey. Pets, they become part of the family, right? And there's something extra special about the bond between a toddler and their beloved dog. But that relationship doesn't form overnight. They have to learn how to interact with one another. And those skills are the basis of a gorgeous book by a pair of St. Louis sisters. Please Love Me Like I Love You teaches children how to be kind with their dogs, with beautiful watercolor illustrations filling each page. Those sisters behind the book join us here in studio. So glad to have Kip Ullrich Fechner with us, who wrote the words, and Janis Ullrich Dillon with us, who created the stunning pictures. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
I want to know more about where you got the idea behind the book. Why did you want to create this?
Okay, when my granddaughter was little, she's now 8, but when she was about 2, she just didn't understand that their dog and our dog were not stuffed animals.
Yeah.
And that they're living actual beings. And she was just too rough. And I was just concerned that she was going to get, hurt, or that she was going to hurt the dog. So I went to the library to look for books about how to be kind to your pet dog for her age group. But I couldn't find anything. There's nothing written, there really is nothing written for her age group, for toddlers. Lots of books for older kids about how to train a dog and whatnot, and how to take care of a dog. But at any rate, so I just decided, I think I'm gonna write one myself. Luckily, my husband owns a printing company, and so we had all the tools to print it, and he printed it for me. My son is also part of the company. And then I just enlisted my sister, who is a very, very gifted artist.
So did you get voluntold to do this?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
What was that conversation? I want to know that first conversation when you went to Jan.
She was on vacation in the Grand Canyon, and I called all excited, and she was like, we're on vacation. Can we talk about it when I get home? And I was like, oh, okay.
You're like, but I've been up all night long thinking about this. I know how it's all going to work out.
I have, and I had written a mock copy. And
Actually, she said, can you take along your art supplies on your vacation and get going on the book?
This would be a working vacation. You can have it done in 7 days when you get home.
That's right. So it was a long process. It was about a year, don't you think?
Yes.
From beginning to end.
Yes.
And she'll tell you all about it, but she did all the illustrations on 12 by 12 watercolor papers. And then, like I said, I have access to different people that can help us, and so we had a graphic designer that literally put the book together for us.
Let's talk about the words. The words have to come first, right?
Okay.
Tell me about what happens when you open up your book, Please Love Me Like I Love You. Walk us through the story itself.
Okay, it is do's and don'ts. So it just starts with, and the first page was my granddaughter's dog, and I am your dog. So it's all, the dog is talking the whole time. And it just do's and don'ts. And she pretty much did everything in the book that's written in there. Like, don't pull my tail. Don't touch my eyes. Don't jump on me while I am sleeping. Those kind of
And these
actions.
seem obvious to adults, but these are things that children have to learn. And they also have to be told what you can do, right? We can't just say, no, no, no. We have to offer, how do you show that love? And I love that you included that in your book,
Yes,
too.
on one page it says what you shouldn't do, and the other one says what you should do. Please pet me nicely. And then we had the repeat phrase, please love me like I love you, at the bottom of every page.
So sweet.
And when we've read to groups of kids, they start repeating it.
Sure.
They start repeating it.
It kind of becomes a mantra.
Yes, it does. It does.
Let's talk about these beautiful pictures. You're so talented. How convenient, right,
Yes,
to have
it
the
is.
words and the
It is.
pictures all in one family. Tell me about your style that you decided to use, and also, I understand that these are real animals inspired
Yes,
by
they
loves
are.
in your life and other lives.
They are. I'm a watercolor artist and pretty much self-taught. When Kip said, could you paint some pictures to go with these words, I started searching magazines for photographs of children or adults with dogs. I went to the library to look for photographs of dogs, and then I just started looking through my neighborhood for the dogs. And so they're pretty well all dogs that we know of are represented here.
And so many different breeds and colors and
Yes.
styles and shapes and sizes, which I think is
Right.
really helpful because, you know, my 80-pound golden doodle looks a little different than the neighbor's tiny 10-pound, you know, short-haired wiener dog, for example. Yeah.
Well, we're going to be adding a couple of pages. Kip can share that with you later, maybe. We're going to be adding some more.
That's exciting.
So,
A second edition.
Well, actually, just another 4 pages in this book.
Okay.
But eventually, we'd like to do a cat version.
Oh,
Eventually.
that's a great idea as well. We'll stay tuned for that.
but maybe the golden doodle can get added.
There
Yes,
you go.
there
Let me
you
know.
go.
I'll give you a picture for inspiration.
okay.
So what has this journey been like to work on this project together as sisters? Have you
Oh,
done other
so fun.
projects together before?
No, but we've always been very, very close. But no, but it's been really fun.
It was really a lot of learning. It was fascinating
Yeah.
to see how the graphic artist took my art and gave me suggestions about backgrounds and ways to highlight things and certain colors to choose. And she did, of course, did that
Yes.
all digitally, which was just really vast, just really very interesting process.
And you've been busy doing speaker events together or author events with children.
Yes. We read at the Missouri History Museum. They have a program where every Friday they have kids come in, and they have adults too, and disabled children and disabled adults and their caregivers. It was lovely. We read to about 90 people.
That's wonderful.
And it's really, and then they have an activity afterwards that the children can do. So it was really wonderful. And we've done, bazaars. What else have we done? Preschools.
we were at Purina at
We
their
were
fair.
Oh yeah, at their event.
You and your book, you're making the rounds and reaching a big audience. Has this
Yes.
brought back memories too, working together of your own childhood? Because I understand you guys were from just a pet-loving family,
Oh,
an
yes.
animal-loving family.
Yes, very much, very much. Well, the front is our dog. That was our dog growing up. That's Schultz. Schultzy, we called him. And we loved him.
When we were children, dachshunds were really popular breeds. So that's a dachshund.
Well, you did a great
Yes.
job
Thank you.
with that image. What do your own grandchildren think of the story? Because after all, they inspired it, right?
They
They've
did.
been pivotal.
They did. And it really changed her behavior. After a couple of times, she realized, we really do have to be nice. So that's the biggest feedback we've gotten from people that enjoy our book, is that it has definitely changed their child's behavior to be kinder and to, not do the things that we said don't do.
What have your grandchildren said when they realized you have this talent too?
We did this book a few years ago, so my grandchildren are now 12 and 9, but at the time, these are our older grandchildren. At the time, the older one could read to the younger one, and
so sweet.
we have an element in the book where there's a heart hidden, or hearts hidden in the paintings, and that's something fun for younger children to do as they're learning to read.
Yeah, that's an extra, like an Easter egg, an
Yes.
interactive way
Yes.
to enjoy the
Yes.
story.
Yeah,
That's
and
wonderful.
we have a new grandbaby who's almost 4 months old, actually closer to 5 months old. So he's already enjoying the book.
Yes, continuing
Yes.
that tradition.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
Well, ladies, congratulations on it's a beautiful book, but it is so worthwhile. It's such a great tool for every family to have, whether you own a dog or if it's the neighbor's dog, grandma's dog. It's just a really great learning tool. Before we go, can you please share your recommendation for another children's book?
Sure. I like the Wonky Donkey.
Oh, it's so funny.
It's just so fun. It's just fun, and it's fun to say. That's
And such a great balance, right? Because this is a great learning tool, but sometimes it's okay to have a book that's just for fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
that's a
fun.
great example. What about yours, Dan?
And I brought Miss Rumphius by Barbara Cooney. I'm a retired elementary school teacher, and this was actually given to me by one of my students when I was teaching second grade. And the theme is just make the world more beautiful. She plants lupine seeds and travels the world and studies things in nature. And I just have always loved it.
How beautiful that you've kept that. And doesn't that speak volumes to the impact a teacher can have on a student, and that a student can have on a teacher too?
Yes.
That
yes,
is wonderful.
yes.
Well, ladies, thank you so much for joining us today. I can't wait to see the new additions to your book. Oh my goodness, I can't let you go before I mention this. I almost forgot. This is really special and unique. You have an oversized edition of this book available to you. Can you quickly tell me about your big book? And it's real big.
Well, it's very hard to read that little book to groups. But I mean, one-on-one, it's wonderful. But this works like for the 90 people we read to at the Missouri History Museum. It's great because we can both hold it and we can hold it open. And then it's fun for the kids to surround us to find the hearts too.
Yes, and this is
So-
available for purchase also.
It is. It is available for purchase as well.
Well,
Yes.
thank you. I love your book. Please love me like I love you. Thank you again so much for being here. And thank you at home for spending part of your day with us here on Turn the Page with Paige. We hope to see you again soon.